Welcome, guys, to our class. And in this class, we are going to talk about the main business opportunity for Mexicans. And we are going to start it. Before we start and talking about these interesting topics, we have to ask us if we could start your own business tomorrow, what would it be and where would you sell your products? That's a very good question to ask us before we start a business, no? What would it be? Where would you set it? And where would you set it your products? No, we have to think and study what would it be a good product to sell and where we are gonna set it. If we are gonna set it in here in Mexico, if we are going to export them to other country, that's a good thing. No, that's a good stuff. No, where no, even if we are talking about a little business, not like a pyme, we are gonna sell maybe I don't know in here in Orizaba we like pambazos, no. We are going to focus where we are gonna sell it because we can sell it in a far away that is very difficult to get access. No, we are gonna sell it in a place where it's crowd, no, with a lot of people, maybe in the downtown of the city. That's what we think even in a little business. Imagine in a very good business idea, no? We have to think and study each detail to give us the opportunity to increase them, no? That's good. And we continue, no? International opportunities in Mexico. Mexico has growing internal market, food technology, logistic, and service are booming. And yes, the food in here in Mexico maybe is one of the biggest pillar we would have, no? Mexico has a very good gastronomy, but even though we are not going to just talk about the gastronomy of Mexico, we are talking about more like the Mexico produces, no? And they produce vegetables, fruits, and all of those kind of products that give us the opportunity to get a very good uh, material to produce all their products. No, a good example in here in Mexico is Driscoll's. Driscoll's is a firm that's American firm that comes to here in specifically in Mexico, the state of Michoacan. Tiripetio. Tiripetio is the city that is located. No, Driscoll's. If I'm not wrong, they plant uh, red berries or blueberries, something like that, and they process them, they package them, and they export them to other part of the world. The specific market is the American because in here they get a very good competition in a way that they can decrease their costs. No, they produce cost. They produce in Mexico, they produce in pesos, and they sell in dollars in the country. No, amazing. That's a very good strategy, and that's good because they are on the IMEX. I think they are an IMEX program. It's a very good. It's a very good program that the past governments has made. Sector with growth, as I said, technology here in Mexico. We need technology. In a bad way, we in Mexico we don't invest a lot of in technology. No, we invest more in labor. No, and that's not bad. That's not wrong. But Mexico don't export technology. No, even they import them. No, but that's why we have to look for a niche market that needs this. No, and imagine is covered by a Mexican firm. It's gonna be it's great, no, because the costs are gonna decrease, they're not gonna increase, no. That's good. Logistics in here in Mexico, the logistics is is a how we could say, no, it's a challenge, no. Even all the highways or maybe the structure in here. I don't want to talk about politics, but this topic makes me know. But don't don't focus on them. It's just a way to understand these topics. No, the logistics in here in Mexico depends a lot of the structure of the infrastructure of the country. No, if our infrastructure is not the best, we are gonna deal. We have to deal in on this way. No, highways on a bad way. Maybe the we don't have a lot of ports, airports. Are well, airports in Mexico. We are on the craze now. But well, what could I say? And this is in booming, no? Because the Mexican market is big. Even is in increase all the services, and if you have an idea of business that can provide to the customer of the other firms as a as a supplier, uh, man, you have a very good way because you are looking for the optimization of this, no? And the firms pay in a good way this all of these services in here in Mexico, no? Sector with growth, as I said, beach, food, beverages, logistics, real estate, health. Yeah, the health is in increase. Yes, we have an example in Puebla with the Angeles Hospital. It's enormous hospital, and yes, we have to look in this, no? And digital services. As I said, we need to look for technology and digital services that are Mexicans, not to know for not depend a lot of the other uh, services that is in other countries. No, it would be if we created something like that in here in Mexico. Entrepreneurs who understand cost, taxes, pricing, can compete better even against big companies. And yes, if you can't make understand entrepreneurs the cost, the taxes, and the pricing, you can compete, man. In here, I've been saying, if we are living in an era of the entrepreneurs, and yes, everyone wants to make their own company, but sometimes they start to mm, be in a bad be bad established, no, they don't have a very good administration. They are focuses in other things that is not the priority. They are starting to waste the money in a bad way. They don't invest more on the business, and that's the entrepreneurs look for. Maybe they don't know how to manage them, no, and if you have as accountant or as a financial or something like that, a good services in that way, this is your opportunity, man. International opportunities. As I said, Mexico location gives access to North and South American markets, especially to US and Canada. Yes, the TMEC is maybe is the one of the forces in here in Mexico that makes us to increase our economy. We need to care them nowadays more. The geography that is in here in Mexico is amazing. No, we have the exit to both oceans. No, to Asia, to Europe. Our business, our neighbor in the north and the south. We have access to the to to American markets. They are in constantly and they are growing. No, and constantly grow. Products. Many Mexicans produce and exporting by exporting handcraft products, coffee, tech services, and digital content, as I say at the beginning, no? And this, the new way to work, no? Nowadays, and thanks for the technology, you don't have to be a presential in in the firm, no, or the company where you are working, no? And that thanks for this, no, the technology. You as a professional, a professional, you can work at everywhere, no, everywhere you want in in a different ways, no? For example, as an accounting, as an accountant, no, as an accountant. Sorry, as an accountant. Maybe you can start. Maybe you can work in here in Mexico, and you have and a firm in United States has made contact with you, and they say, "Hey, I want to. You do you want to collaborate with us in here in Mexico? We are going to pay in dollars, and you live in Mexico, and you spend on pesos. You earn on dollars, and you're going to spend it on pesos. Those remittances are very good for the country, and even for you because you are making a good you are the benefits of the exchange money, no? That's what I say. That's a good way. And this just for example with the United States, you can make this kind of transactions with Europe, with Asia, with Australia, wherever you want. And that's thanks for technology. We need to increase and invest in technology here in Mexico. Accountants as a business leaders, and as I said, if you don't have an accountant on your business or your company, on your firm, man, you're in trouble. Because the accountant give us clarity, opportunities that even the entrepreneurs or maybe as me as an engineer of as a international business, I can say, you know, I understand what they say because we study uh, some topics that we have in common in our career, no, in our degree, but they look something that we can say. And as I said, the financial services, no, every business idea needs a solid financial base and a financial strategy. If you don't have, well, if you don't have the enough money, if you don't have a good budget, you can't do it, no. The visibility, as I said, accountants provide clarity, showing entrepreneurs that works and what people doesn't know. Maybe something that you see but I can see it, no. Competitive strategies, and beyond the record the numbers, they guide invest decisions, profits, margins, and growth ideas, no. And remember, a good accountant doesn't wait for success, they plan it. Summarize the key ideas. Mexico first strong opportunities through private initiative and creativity. International trade and digital work are expanding for Mexican for professionals, as I say. Accountants are essential partners for any business that I wants to last, no? Yes, if you want to last, you need to look and think and talk with your accountant. Um, so, to finish this, the question is, are uh, the question is not are the opportunities are there the opportunities? The real question is, are we ready to take them? Are we ready to take them? Because sometimes no, eh? Maybe the society are not ready to take them because they are the opportunities. They are in all the countries, in all, well, maybe as I see, no, a phrase that I think in constantly is, in all the critical events they are an opportunity. Is there an opportunity in all the critical events, in all the critical ways they exist an opportunity? Thank you very much to present this class, or maybe some topics, or maybe some bullet points make you to look a different way or different visibility. See you on the next class.